So what are the pros and cons of conducting mediation by Zoom? Hi, my name's Charles Buist, and I'm a personal injury and wrongful death attorney in Orlando, Florida. And today, we're going to be diving into this trend of Zoom mediations that has absolutely taken hold over the past few years and has saved people thousands of miles of travel and thousands of dollars in billable hours. So let's jump into it and talk about the pros and cons of Zoom mediation. So as I just alluded to, Zoom mediation has become increasingly popular in recent years, and particularly in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Mediation is a form of dispute resolution that involves a neutral third party known as the mediator, helping the parties involved in a conflict to reach a mutually agreeable resolution. Zoom mediation simply involves conducting the mediation session over the Zoom video conferencing platform rather than in person, which is the traditional way. One of the main advantages of Zoom mediation is the convenience, obviously. In-person mediation sessions can be really difficult to schedule, and they can require a significant amount of travel for all parties involved. Now with Zoom mediation, participants can join the session from anywhere in the world, so long as they have access to the internet and a computer or mobile device. This can save people time and money, as well as reduce the environmental impact of travel. Another great advantage of Zoom mediation is the flexibility. With in-person mediation, the parties involved typically need to be in the same room together. And this can be difficult if the parties are located in different parts of the country, or the world, or even in different parts of the state. So with Zoom mediation, the parties can be in different locations, and they can still participate in the mediation session. And this can be particularly beneficial for international disputes or disputes involving people across the state or anywhere where travel might be a restriction. Zoom mediation can also be way more comfortable for some participants. In-person mediation can be very intimidating, particularly if the parties involved have a long history of conflict or if the subject matter of the dispute is particularly sensitive or personal. With Zoom mediation, participants can join the session from the comfort of their own home or office, which can help to reduce anxiety and stress and may help the parties to come to a resolution. Of course, where there's pros, there's also cons. Okay, so there are some disadvantages to Zoom mediation. One of the main concerns is that it can be more difficult to build rapport and establish trust between the parties when the mediation is conducted by video conferencing. Body language and nonverbal cues can be more difficult to interpret over video, and this can make it harder for the mediator to establish a connection with the participants. This can be particularly problematic if the dispute involves a significant power imbalance or if the parties have a long history of conflict, as we mentioned earlier. Another potential disadvantage of Zoom mediation is the risk of technical difficulties. We've all been there. And while the Zoom platform is generally reliable, there is always the possibility of internet connectivity issues, or audio or video problems, or any other technical glitch that can pop up and disrupt the mediation session. This can be really frustrating for all the parties involved, and it can potentially derail the mediation process. Now, despite these potential challenges, many mediators and participants have found that Zoom mediation is really effective, and it's a really efficient way to resolve disputes. There are a few key best practices that can help to maximize the benefits of Zoom mediation. For one, choose a mediator who is experienced with conducting mediations over Zoom conferencing. This can help to ensure that the mediator is comfortable with the technology and can effectively manage the session. Establish clear ground rules and expectations for the mediation session in advance. And this can help to ensure that all the participants understand how the session is going to be conducted and what's to be expected of everyone. This is a big one. Test the technology in advance of the session. This can help to identify and address any potential technical issues before the mediation begins. Consider using breakout rooms to facilitate private discussions between the parties. And this can help to ensure that each party has an opportunity to share their perspective without the risk of the other party overhearing. Be patient and be flexible. Technical difficulties or some other challenges may arise during the mediation session, but with patience and with flexibility, these issues can often be overcome. Overall, Zoom mediation can be highly effective and an efficient way to resolve disputes. While there are some potential disadvantages as we talked about, with careful planning and preparation, many of these challenges can be overcome. As more and more people become comfortable with video conferencing technology, it's very likely that Zoom mediation will continue to grow in popularity as a preferred method for resolving disputes. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions at all about your personal injury or wrongful death claim, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're happy to give you a free consultation and help you however we can. If you want to schedule a free consultation with us, you can call us at the number below in the video description, or you can find us at www.carelessdriver.com. And thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.